everyone, it's Allie. Welcome to another Colors of Hope Crafts ASMR. Happy September and happy Hydrocephalus Awareness Month. I'm really excited about this video because I've been thinking about it for the last 2 months or so, trying to figure out what I was going to do for Hydrocephalus Awareness Month. And now that it's here, I'm just really excited about it. So before we start playing with fiber, I want to show you one of the things that I did for Hydrocephalus Awareness Month, because as I've told you in previous videos, hydrocephalus is really important. It's a really important issue for me. So without further ado, this is what I did. Hopefully you can kind of see in the camera. Basically, what I did was I decided that it was time to uncover my scars and uncover my shunt track. And the only real way for me to do that was hopefully you can see it in there, was for me to shave. I have some of my hair off so the shunt track goes, or the shunt on my head goes from the top of my head up here, and then here's the valve, and then it goes down the back of my head, and then it joins up. The tubing continues down my chest. If you don't know what hydrocephalus is, or what a shunt is, stay tuned, because my plan for the next month is to talk about hydrocephalus while I play with fiber. So hopefully it will be relaxing and informative for you. So before I play with fiber, I just want to show you how much hair I cut off, and that should give you an indication just how much hair I actually have. Like, I had no idea how much hair I had. I truly had, until I looked at this ponytail and realized that I had cut off maybe a third of my hair, or maybe not even a third, and it was still enough to be able to donate. So I'm excited about donating this much hair, and I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to do it, but I'm really excited about it, about this. It was scary and invigorating and empowering at the same time. We are going to adjust this just a little bit and get started on playing with fiber. And a lot of you like it when I make art dots on my blending board. So that's what I'll give you a little bit of background information about hydrocephalus and what it is, and kind of my experience with it. So hydrocephalus is um, is the leading cause of brain surgery in children. And hydrocephalus means it's not literally water on the brain. It basically means that the body isn't able to regulate cerebral spinal fluid on its own. So people with hydrocephalus need a shunt, usually, to help regulate the CSF flow in their bodies. There are a lot of potential complications from hydrocephalus. If you Google hydrocephalus, you'll find a bunch of potential complications, but one thing I found is that most people with hydrocephalus only end up having like 5 or 6 different complications. The most common one is headaches. Thanks, because I get headaches probably almost every day. I've just kind of learned to live with them. The only real treatment for hydrocephalus is surgery, I personally have been really lucky. I have only needed 11 surgeries, and I only have mild hydrocephalus, or whatever mild really is when it comes to hydrocephalus. And I say mild because I've talked to lots of people who have ended up having to have dozens of surgeries. One thing to find is that it's very common to refer to, it's very common to hear hydrocephalus, or people with hydrocephalus, referred to as hydro warriors, because there's a lot of stuff we have to deal with. Like, you never know when our shunts will start malfunctioning, and oops, there's when we'll have to go into the hospital again. Like I said, I've been really lucky. My last surgery, I think, was in 2013. 11 surgeries I've had, and of the 11 surgeries I've had, 7 were because something went wrong with one of the shunts, and I've had 2 shunt placements and 2 surgeries to do some testing. So that's 11 surgeries. But I talk about it because I don't think that 11 should be a small number. I think it's kind of ridiculous that that we haven't found a better way to make shunts more more sturdy, I guess, because it's so common for them to break. And it is pretty unreal. Like, I've met people who have had more than let's see, I think the highest number I heard of someone I had actually met was 81 surgeries. Yes, I had met her at the Hydrocephalus walk several years ago. And she's one of the toughest people I've ever met. And I'll have to ask her mom if I can share her story in one of these videos. I don't want to toot my own horn, but one of the things I'm most proud of is that I was able to graduate college. And I say that because I had 8 surgeries in 6 years. I had to think about that for a second. I sometimes lose track of them. And it's easy to do. Because they're all different. If there's a little noise in the background, that sounds like licking. My puppy Zoe is in here with me. And she is almost 9 months old, and she sometimes gets into mischief, as is common for puppies her age. And so it's just easier to have her in here with me when I make these videos. I'm very excited and I'm humbled that I have this opportunity to use my YouTube channel to talk about hydrocephalus. Because one of the challenges with hydrocephalus is that not a lot of people know about it. And talking about it would actually help thousands, if not millions of people, because there are 4 primary ways to get hydrocephalus. The first is by being born with it. And that's how I got it. The second one is by having meningitis. Third is if you get hit in the head or have brain or head trauma. And the fourth one is if you get a brain tumor. So altogether, that's a lot of ways to get it. And last, I once read a statistic that said that 500 to 1,000 baby, 1 in 500 to 1,000 babies are born with hydrocephalus. It's often called an invisible illness because you can look at a person with hydrocephalus and not know they have it, not know that anything's wrong. And I can't tell you how many times I've had a headache or felt dizzy and I tried to tell someone and they didn't believe me. So I just kind of learned to deal with it for the most part. But I gotta tell you, shaving my head, it was incredibly freeing. Zoe, drop it. Drop it. Come on. Come here, Zoe. Sorry. Dug into something. As she sometimes does. one thing you'll have to get used to about my videos is that they are mostly unedited. But I've been told that people like that about my videos, so, which is helpful because I'm much more of an artist than I am a techie. Anyway, where was I? I mentioned that there are multiple ways to get hydrocephalus, and sorry, I lost my train of thought when Zoe got into something. You may notice I'm using a lot of blues and greens and turquoise in this. That's because the colors of the Hydrocephalus Association are blue and turquoise. I really hope you're enjoying this video, even though it's a little different from my standard fiber art ASMR blend. But like I said, it's an issue that's very important to me, and since I have this platform, I want to use it. Oh, that's where I was. I mentioned that hydrocephalus, that there are multiple ways you can get hydrocephalus, and that a lot of babies are born with it. One thing that is very alarming and disheartening for me is that I keep hearing stories from parents who were told that a 20-week or 20-plus week sonogram that their baby had hydrocephalus and that they should abort them, and I find that really alarming because I've had hydrocephalus, my whole life, and even though I've had challenges, I've overall had a pretty good life, and I'm glad I got a chance to live. That's an odd thing to say, but or an odd way of phrasing it, but yeah, I'm very, very, very glad that parents weren't put in that position, and I think it's, and if there are any parents out there who are in that position, I say don't abort a baby because they have hydrocephalus. Give them a chance to live. Because you never know. And for the love of God, if there are any texts out there, or sonogram texts out there, please stop telling your parents to abort babies with hydrocephalus. Even though I've had challenges as I'm very, very grateful that my parents were never put in that position, because and I'll talk more about my history with hydrocephalus in another video, because this art pad is just about done, and Zoe's asking to go out. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's been informative. Hey, Zoe. Come here, Zoe. Come here. Hey, Zoe. Hi. Yeah. And I'm really excited about making even more videos. Hey, it's Allie. Sorry about that. My camera just turned off. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'm excited about continuing to make ASMR fiber art hydrocephalus info videos in the coming weeks, and I just hope you will subscribe and comment and take to heart some of what I've had to say. Take care, have a great night, and I will see you soon. Bye.